Hey guys, it's Nico here, and today I kind of just want to talk about where I've been, and talk about why I think everything's doing so bad. In fact, even a lot of the coins that I called that were doing well aren't doing so well, and what that means. Well, as far as where I've been, it's not that important, but I've just been I think a lack of motivation. Not that that's a very common thing, but just recently I've been doing school, I've been doing work, just trying to get back into the get into the flow of things of my normal life, um and yeah, a lot of times that just drains me. It's enough to where I mean, but in all honesty, I've just been lazy, and I'm getting back at it. So by the new year, I'm gonna be back on my shit, and no more fucking around. So yeah, but besides that, as far as the market, I had a friend, I had a girlfriend text me the other day, like, why the fuck did you make me buy Cardano? Like, I'm gonna sell it. And I told her, I was like, if you sell it, I'm gonna kill you. Because right now the market's just shit, and not because it's gonna continue to go down. And in fact, I still see a very bullish market. We're in the middle of a bull cycle. But I think just right now, recently a lot of things peaked, and when you look at like the all-time chart for Bitcoin, it still looks great. I mean, that little dip really was nothing, and I mean, it just happened to catapult a lot of other altcoins into taking a dip too. So it surprised me a little bit with Cardano, at least, because it's such a solid project. But at the same time, Cardano's not really pushing out anything. If anything, they should be promoting more of these projects that are coming out. But like Charles has always said, it's more about the long term. He's not here to make day traders rich. It's about the long term, and I think in the long term, it's still the most sustainable and solid project there is. So as for Cardano, I actually sold a lot of my other tokens, not because I'm like, oh shit, it's gonna keep dropping, but I was like, wow, if anytime Cardano's below $1.25, I mean, you can't pass that up. So I doubled down on Cardano, and I bought maybe twice as much more, and and I'm happy with that, because I really think that it has a potential. I mean, $3, getting back to $3 is nothing, but I mean, I'm thinking even $8 to $10 is very reasonable and possible. So yeah, as far as the market, I'm not concerned. In fact, I've found out that I've realized that looking at the market every day and just overanalyzing charts, doing technical analysis, it sucks. It's stressful, and it takes away all the fun of investing. So for me, recently I've just been I'll check the market if I see, if I get some updates on my phone, I'm like, oh shit, let me look. But for the most part, I'm really only checking a couple times a week, because in, true sense, I'm not planning on selling anytime soon. I think that now's a good time to get into any coin. And in fact, one of my buddies that has been waiting. I was supposed to talk to him about 2 weeks ago, and kind of went on this little hiatus. Didn't talk to him, and I was like, that might have been the best thing for you, because now everything's on discount, so you can buy everything, and then it'll be back to the 2 week prices. Prices 2 weeks ago, here in a little bit. So as far as the market and everything, I'm not worried. I still say, fuck Ethereum, fuck Solana, all that. It's still Cardano all the way. Right now, Cardano is its best bet at continuing to grow is by all the platforms that are being built on it doing well. And I don't think that has to necessarily involve Metaverse, because Metaverse is popular right now, but in all reality, Metaverse is still 3 or 4 years away from being in all reality. And something I didn't know about VR, is that you can get motion sickness from it really quick. So in a world like GTA, right, where it's basically already is a metaverse, but if you were to do like a 360 on it and move around in about anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes, you'll throw up. Like, you'll literally get nauseous and throw up. And it's all motion sickness, which is something I had no idea was a thing. So when it comes to designing games, it's like literally like a whole other thing. So I think a lot of people believe, like, oh, Fortnite, Call of Duty, and GTA basically already created worlds that if you give it VR capabilities, you could just jump into these worlds. Well, it's not that simple. So as far as I say all this as on a tangent, but getting back to Cardano, um, I think that, you know, a lot of these projects that are coming out like Redodo and Loveless, they're good. They have a lot of room to grow, and that those companies right there are going to be what boosts Cardano. And as for that, you know, that's kind of what I look for. A lot of people are like, they'll kind of throw me shit because they're like, you know, is that all you care about is Cardano? Like, is that all you know about? Like, and no, I mean, the thing is I know the best about it. I know more about Cardano than I know about anything, and that doesn't mean that I don't research or, you know, look into other things. Of course I do, but I'm not gonna try and, like, you know, preach shit I don't understand. And I think that's like the problem with a lot of people is, like, you know, they just don't understand it, and the reason is because they're getting their information from people that they don't even understand it. Like for instance, my favorite argument is like, whenever somebody tells me like, oh, you know, like, oh, you buy crypto, like I buy crypto too, I'm like, cool, like what are you invested in? And they're like, well, you know, my buddy told me to buy Doge, so I bought Doge. And, you know, I always talk about fucking Doge, but I'm like, well, tell me why. Like tell me why you bought Doge. And, like, you know, not in like a condescending way, but like, I'm just like, why did you buy Doge? And they're like, well, like my friend told me, and, like, you know, if this goes to $1, like, I'm like, well, okay, cool, like that, yeah, that, I guess that makes sense, but like, what does Doge do, you know? And and that's the thing, is they don't even know. So for me, like, I'm not gonna try and, you know, talk about shit that I don't know. I just like to talk about what I understand very well and what I believe in. And, you know, it's hard for me to push other ideas, and that's another reason I stopped making videos, is because there's nothing I've found recently that I actually really am passionate about or fuck with, you know? Like, there's certain projects that look cool, but like, they're not that cool, you know, in reality, you know? So yeah, I guess that's kind of where I've been, just kind of trying to figure out, like, you know, what it is that I like. Because when I help people with crypto, you know, a lot of people ask me like, well, like, how do you find shit? Like, what do you look for? And of course, you know, in terms of like technical analysis, looking at price and shit, market cap, whatever. But in all reality, I'm just trying to find shit that sounds cool to me, you know? Because the thing is, it's like, if it's boring to me, if you're watching this video, it's probably gonna be twice as boring to you. You know, sometimes I'm like, you know, even talking about shit, and I'm just like, God, it's so boring. Just find what you actually find interesting. And for me, you know, I'm into a couple different things, but I think that the future right now, and something that's not even really talked about, is the combination of cannabis industry and crypto. I mean, being able to take payments and stuff like that using crypto, and then, you know, giving people rewards, giving people discounts, like, that's the future. And I'm hoping that eventually I can have my own dispensary and I can do this myself, because it's such a huge market. And when you can bring two markets like that together, not only are you trailblazing, but you're in to make a lot of money. So yeah, but with that being said, you know, I'll cut it there. But thank you for watching. If you watch all the way through, like, if you're here right now, you're a fucking real one, for real, because I know I've been a little lackluster on the vids and stuff, but I appreciate your support, for real. So thank you, and with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video.